as I am learning to put myself at the top of my to-do list. I thought it was important to do this video because some people are like, hey, you got to put yourself first. You got to put yourself at the top. But how do you do that? What is a practice that you can do? What is an example that you can follow in order to do that? So let's take today. Today, um, of course, I wake up, I say a prayer, and then I make me a really good cup of decaf coffee. I had a list of things that I needed to do today. So, usually, what I do is the things that I need to do within the house before I leave the house, I give to myself first. So, I pray with my prayer partner. I have a good cup of coffee. If I have time, I might journal a little bit. I'll do a little bit of scrolling. And then I start with replying and sending emails. So I do that for a bit of time. Then, before I leave the house, I decide, okay, let's get on the elliptical. I go downstairs, I get on the elliptical for about 19 minutes. My goal is 20. I probably could have did the extra minute, but anywho, I did 19. Okay, so I come upstairs, I take a shower, I get my clothes on. I decide that now I'm going to go outside. I have some errands that I have to run. Got to do something for my sister. I got to go here and check a couple things. I decide that I got to take some stuff back to Costco. I decide that while I'm at out, because we don't have like a weight, um we have some weights, but not the weights that I like to use. So I decide that while I'm out, I'm going to go to Lifetime Fitness to work out. Here is how I support myself. I could have, because of the way that the directions are, it made more sense for me to do two things for other people before I did the two things for myself. So the two things that I wanted to do for myself was to work out and then go to Rise, which is one of my favorite places, and I get this veggie protein bowl and a protein shake. So the choice that I made was to give to myself first. So I went and worked out. I don't stay there very long. I was there for probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes maybe. I go in, I work out with weights because I'm 58 and everybody is telling me you got to lift weights, you got to lift heavy weights. That's what people are telling me. And so that's what I do. I go, I'm there for about 15, 20 minutes. I lift weights and then I'm presented with another decision. Do I go get this protein bowl, which is something that I really want because they close at 2 o'clock? Or do I run the errands on the side of town that I'm on and risk Rise being closed because I'm cutting it too close? I decide that I am going to do the thing that supports me. And that is, thank you so much for the comments. And that is that I'm going to work out and then I'm going to go to Rise. And then I will do some of the other things that I have on my list to do for other people and some other errands. Because I think sometimes we get to the point where we put the things that we have to do for other people before the things that we have to do for us. And I am committed and devoted that I am going to keep myself at the top of my to-do list because that is the thing that's important to me. I want to give to myself physically and mentally and emotionally so that I am living my best life for me. And that means that I get to be in a place where I am thinking about the things that I need to do, and then I do the things that I need to do for myself first. So I just think it's very important. I talk a lot about tools because that has been the thing that has allowed me to move myself forward. And I think that, I kind of equate it to um, like if something is broke or you need to fix something or put something together, you need tools in order to do that. You might need a hammer, nails, you might need a screwdriver, you might need a leveler. Those are things that you might need in order to fix or repair or to build things. I think the same thing holds true when we are thinking about ways that we can heal, ways that we can support ourselves. We need tools in order to do that. So recently I've created some videos titled, But How Though? People tell you relax, but how though? People tell you don't worry about it, but how though? People tell you just think positive, but how though? Just let it go, but how though? We need tools in order to support ourselves as we are learning to do the things that we are learning how to do. It's just like if you are building or fixing something, you need tools in order to do that. And so that's just one of the things that I'm committed to. I'm committed to sharing the tools that have worked for me in hopes that you will be inspired to use some of the tools that I'm sharing or grasp on to other tools that maybe you've heard in the past and use those tools so that you can support yourself in whatever it is that you are going through. Because one of the things that I had a client yesterday, and we were talking about like when you are the only one or the first one in your family or in your circle to do certain things, it can feel lonely. You can feel mad and upset, and all of those things are completely normal. And it still does not change the fact that you are the one. You are the first one to heal. You are the first one to have the awareness. Like that is just a part of it. Somebody has to lead the way. Why can't it be you? And I understand that sometimes it can feel lonely and you can be frustrated and upset. And that's all a part of it. And somebody still needs to see you do it first so that they can have the courage to do what they are being led to do first. Somebody has to go first. And so why can't it be you? And so one of the ways, one of the things that I encourage people to do is to find tools that work for you so that you can support yourself. So, and listen, some of those tools might be journaling. I know that a lot of people are resistant to journaling, but if you can't find a therapist, if you can't afford a therapist, journaling is one of the things that is free for you to do. All you need is a pencil, a pen, and a piece of paper. That's all you need. So think about some things that you can do to support yourself, to move yourself forward. And I think that tools are some of the best ways to do that. So I just wanted to come on here real quick just to let you know what I was thinking about. And who knows, I might be back tomorrow. Have a good day.